Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios and brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mia Molson's The Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. We're here with an amazing lady who's a program director discussing the history behind the award and the general, basically non-dated info as well. And of course, she's also works with an organization recognizing the change makers for 30 plus years, establishing by a late gentleman who also runs a gift company, memorabilia, and everything else. And of course, it's also hosted by Ramapo College of New Jersey. And of course, this special award honors New Jersey residents whose outstanding community service and heroic acts basically have made a substantial impact of the lives of others, creating positive change in the community. And this organization has had 408 honorees in 21 counties since 1997. And of course, we have a lady here who's assisting in the Russ Berrie Make a Difference. And live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studio somewhere in beautiful northern New Jersey, the amazing program director and also keeping the Russ Berrie legacy alive from the Russ Berrie Making a Difference. Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Meredith Lee. Meredith, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, thank you, Mike. It's great to be here.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you on board as well, too. So you're a program director discussing the history behind the award and, of course, the general information behind the Russ Berrie Making a Difference and the legacy of Russ Berrie. You're also talking about recognizing the change makers for 30 plus years, established by late Russell Berrie and, of course, Ramapo College in New Jersey. You also the awards also honor New Jersey residents whose amazing achievements, and especially in community service and heroic acts, have made substantial impact in the lives of others as well. And of course, you'll also hear talk about the legend of Russ Berrie as well, too, what he did, and making a difference is key as well. And before getting to all that, Meredith, tell us how you first got started.
Well, I've had a really interesting career. I've been really blessed to do some things that have taught me a lot and helped me meet a lot of different people along the way. Different types of nonprofit work, working with new refugees and immigrants, helping people get settled in their communities, working with different types of organizations in New Jersey, New York City. And I came to the Russ Berrie Award 6 years ago, and it's just been a wonderful, wonderful experience. We meet just the best people who really get up every day and committed to make a difference for other people and make New Jersey a better place.
And certainly did as well, too. And what was that one precise moment that simply influenced you, what you're doing for the rest of your career?
I think it would be just the opportunity to lift up and elevate other people that are truly humbly serving others. That means a lot to me. I am in awe of some of the people I meet and the fact that they every single day are sacrificing their time, their talents, their financial security to do good works for other people. And
hmm
it's amazing to meet them. So I think that's kind of one moment that will really drive me on for the rest of my career is how committed these folks are.
And certainly did as well, too, that you also been part of it for quite some time. Of course, how did you first meet Russ Berrie or, the Russ Berrie family as well, too? How did you first come in contact?
Well, I knew about the company. The Russ, it was called Russ Inc. And as you said, it was a toy and a gift company, and it was really very revolutionary. Russ Berrie was an incredible entrepreneur, and his company was based here in northern New Jersey. And I have one of the little plush toys that he was known
Nice.
for. I think about that now. It's kind of a fateful thing that a lot of us kids and receive those Russ toys. But I came to this job. It was an open job, and it was a great fit. And I've just been very excited, and as I said, really fortunate to have met the folks that are at the Russell Berrie Foundation, which was the philanthropic arm that Russ established. Russ passed away in 2002, and his family has made this a legacy project of the foundation to continue this vision he had, for honoring the unsung heroes, the people that make a difference every day.
Hmm.
So I kind of met everybody through coming to this job. Mhm.
Hmm. And then from your perspective too, what was that driving vision, or what first got him into the driving vision of recognizing outstanding achievements by certain people in a community as well too, to awarding. So what was that one precise moment for him, and maybe some early stories and everything else?
Yes, but what I've heard, we had a great opportunity for his family members to kind of reminisce through a great story core interview. And they talked about how Russ had a group of family and friends on a Sunday morning having brunch, and he kind of threw out this idea, hey, I'd really like to be able to thank, to recognize, and what's really unusual is give a cash award to people who make a difference, people who go out every day. And, it's funny because the family said they kind of, said, well, I don't think that will work. How are we going to get that done? But it was a really unique partnership. Ramapo College was kind of on one end of a road, and his company was on the other end of a road in northern New Jersey, and they got to know each other. And Ramapo was able to kind of provide that structure so that the ward could, have a nomination campaign and would be, hosted every year. So that's what we've heard. We heard he had this kernel, this vision, he wanted to do it. After he unfortunately passed, very unexpectedly, the family has continued it now for 27 years.
Mhm. And how is this different from the other charities and awards foundations? Not just New Jersey, but the region, or even through the United States and the world. How does that differentiate from the others?
Well, it was interesting when Russ first started this, the first year, he was interviewed by the New York Times, and he described this endeavor that he was starting as kind of a different way to do philanthropy. Philanthropists give out money through grants, through, different ways to fund organizations. But this is an award that goes to the individual because it says, I know that you as a person gave up a lot of your time. You sacrificed your time, your efforts, your finances, to get something off the ground. So it's very unusual. We did some research. I'm not sure there's anything quite like it around this country. It's a really unusual type of program, very unique, and it's very impactful.
Hmm. He also came from very humble beginnings as well too, as a salesman, and just kind of worked his way up.
Yeah, he was very extremely entrepreneurial, extremely visionary. He loved being a salesman. He also had, one of the legacy gifts that he gave was to endow a program at a business school for salesmanship because he believed in the value and the skills and what it took to be a good salesman and to connect with people and to be able to meet their needs. So yes, that very much so part of the legacy. And, Mike, one of the things that we see over and over again is that the folks we honor are also very entrepreneurial, but in the way of helping others. The term social entrepreneur is kind of out there now in popular thinking. And that's very much who these folks are. They are people who saw a problem, they saw a challenge, they may have experienced it, or their family, their children, and they said, I'm gonna come up with a solution. And they kept at it and they refined it, and now they're impacting people all over and just making people's lives better.
Mhm. Maybe think of that movie Robots from way back when with Mel Brooks and Robert Williams, where it's simply see a need, fill a need. That's what makes me think of it.
Very much. Yes, you're correct. It's people who, as I said, they see something that just isn't right. Maybe it's unjust, maybe it's unfair, maybe people are being excluded because of a disability or because of something that happened in their past, and they want to fix that. They may have experienced it themselves and said, you know what, I don't want others to have to go through this. So that's really a theme we see over and over again, that people were really personally impacted in some way and they wanted to make things better for others that might face the same challenges.
And of course, since 1997, there's been over 400 honorees in 21 counties. We'll get to those and highlight some of
Mhm.
those in just 1 minute with Meredith Lee of the Russ Berrie Make It Foundation. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget, Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today 1 800 303 3960. That's 1 800 303 3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those you love will be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews. And Evil Evan enjoys by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassie, Forrest Riley, and Nails. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com on 40 podcast platforms. Heard in 100 countries, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, also Apple Music, Pandora, Podbean, TuneIn, and more. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on YouTube, BitChute, Rumble. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok as well. Make sure you take us with you on any mobile device. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies. Makes great gifts 24/7. Go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas like T-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, phone cases, and more, Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia. Also for great books like Missing, Once, and Wrinkles. And support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. We're here with the amazing Meredith Lee of the Russ, Berrie Making a Difference Award Foundation here on the Mike Wagner Show. And ever since 1997, there's been 408 honorees in 21 counties. And tell us about the first winner of the award.
Well, back in 1997, there were wonderful people nominated. It was the first year, and I can tell you that, one of the couples that stood out, again, making change really not only in New Jersey but beyond into the whole country, was the Kanka family of New Jersey, who, if you recall, they tragically lost their daughter due to a predator in the neighborhood, and they were the family behind getting Megan's Law passed, which now protects children all across the United States. And, from an incredibly painful tragedy, they went on to make a difference and to protect others. And, they were in that very first year of honorees. And since then we've had people like them that make a change that really changes us legislation or, a systemic change. And then we've got people that were, out feeding their neighbors, because they knew that there was a real hunger crisis. And, they were making sandwiches on the back porch or putting food into the back of their car. So there's been, many different people. As I said, kind of an evolution towards this entrepreneurial mindset of people starting movements and organizations that really drive change in specific areas.
Mm-hmm. And how about some of the other people have also won awards, not just the first year, but the ones that have really stood out? And you can recall, during that time of 25 plus years of the Russ Berrie making a difference, 408 honorees, and maybe you can just highlight some more of the people.
Sure. I mean, we've had just the most amazing individuals. In the recent years, there was a gentleman from our 2018 year, who lived in a neighborhood in Camden, New Jersey, which is a tough area, tough city, has faced a lot of challenges. And he was a dad, he was divorced, and he was told that he was told by a judge, your kids can't come visit you at your home because your neighborhood's too dangerous and they're not safe there. And this gentleman's name is Pino Rodriguez, and he refused to let that stand. And he started out of the money that he had left from his paycheck, and he told us it was about $50 a month that he could give away, he could spend. He began organizing his neighbors and saying, you know what, let's keep this neighborhood safe. Let's keep it more beautiful. Let's drive out the darkness, drive out what's happening with drugs. And, little by little, they got to the place where they had no crime on their little section of Camden, New Jersey. Wow. And, we see that kind of personal commitment to say, you know what, this isn't right, and I'm going to make this better. And he's just a wonderful guy. He's continued that. It was adopted in other parts of his city. And it's just a wonderful thing called the Block Supporters Initiative. Let's get together and make our block safer and make it a better place, even though we're facing a lot of challenges.
Mhm.
So Pinot's one that always stands out to me because it was such a personal story.
Mhm.
And there's many others.
And you can also highlight some of the others as well too, and also looking at some of the others too, like with 2022 Henri Altarica, best founder of the
Yeah.
Help Us Be Better, a center to help youth in Essex County, and tell us more about that one.
Sure. I mean, Al Tariq is an awesome guy. He is trained as a musician. He has his own music company. And again, he was in Newark, New Jersey, which has its challenges. He had his young boys in the car, and they pulled up to a next block, and they actually heard a shooting
Oh my
behind
gosh.
them. And he had these kids, and he was got them to safety. And he said his son turned around to him and said, Dad, you're always talking about you got to do something different. This is the time for you to do something different. So he started a fantastic organization, Help Us Be Better. It works with youth that have an interest in arts and have an interest in music, and they have a beautiful center. It's focused on kids that may have experienced trauma and their parents as well. So he's got trauma informed counseling happening there. And just again, just an amazing way to kind of reclaim a community that's had just so many challenges and so many things that are difficult for people, but now it's turning around, and young people have this opportunity to really thrive because of what Al Tariq is doing.
And also you had Lynn Regan, the 2021 honoree, founder of the CFC Loud and Clear Foundation, which is a recovery aftercare organization in Farmingdale, and tell us more
Mhm.
about that one.
Lynn is amazing, and really talk about an entrepreneur. Um, Again, very, very personal, Mike, and that's what we see over and over again. She had a wonderful family, and her son had a struggle with addiction to the point where he almost lost his life, and she, went out to rescue him. She, helped put some pieces together. She realized that for some people, the traditional recovery programs, it's this many days, this many weeks, it didn't really fit the need. But she realized that, each program had a good piece to it, a good element. And she began to put those together for her own son. And then his friends who were also struggling said, "Hey, what are you doing? You're sober. You're doing well." And bit by bit, she's put together this amazing organization that focuses on just really informed practices to help people stay sober and to have really full, enjoyable, fun, sober activities, and a whole network of friends to support them and to support their families. So she's amazing, and doing a fantastic work that goes changes lives and saves lives.
And it sounds amazing with some of the few people we highlight as well too in the Russ Berrie Making a Difference Award. Now, of course, another question is like, how does one apply to become, in the Making a Difference? How do you apply? Do you get nominated? And how's this process work, first of all?
Sure. Well, every year in January, we have a grassroots nomination campaign. All the information is on our website, which is berryawardnj.org. We're on all the social media. It's a very streamlined application. You need to know some details about the person you want to nominate. You need to really understand their story, and you fill out a nomination form. And we have kind of two levels of vetting and processing, and we have an advisory board. It's external people, leaders throughout New Jersey, and they have the tough job of really going through and reviewing and making the recommendations for who could be honored. And we usually can honor around 10 to 12 people a year. So we get a couple hundred nominations, 300 to nominations each year. So it's a big job to be able to select the few that can be honored each year.
And what are the awards in terms like first place, second place, third, honorable mention, all that? What is the award structure?
Well, as I mentioned from the beginning, one of the really unique things about the Russ Berrie Award is that it has a cash award. connected to it. So our top award is a $50,000 award. So you can just imagine, that's very transformative to an individual. Then we have two $25,000 awards, and then we have about 7 to 8 awards of $7,500.
Nice. That's very nice. And then how does the money get raised?
This program is sponsored by the Russell Berrie Foundation. So this is one of their signature programs, and they provide the funding. They funded now with this year, the 2023 honorees, they funded over $4 million that has gone directly to individuals in New Jersey. And again, the Russ Berrie Making a Difference Award is for an individual. So it's not, hey, you got to have an organization and you got to give us. No, it's for that person, and it's for them to decide how to use it. And that it's really wonderful like that.
Mm-hmm. And we also have a list of nominees for 2023 that's coming up. We'll go over some of the nominees as well, too, and who will be nominated and when that's going to take place. We'll find out with Meredith Lee of the Russ Berrie Making a Difference Award Foundation. And listen to The Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios, and brought to you by official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson Missing. We'll be back with Meredith Lee, the program director of the Russ Berrie Making a Difference, after this time out. We're back with Meredith Lee of the Russ Berrie Making a Difference on the Mike Wagner Show, and we got our 2023 candidates. So I happen to have a copy in front of me, and it looks like you got some in front as well too. And there's 11 New Jersey community change makers recognized for exceptional service to others, and that's going to be taking place Friday, May 5th at 11:30 a.m. at Ramapo College in New Jersey. And one of them will start with Tia Ryans of Newark, founded the 4-Day House New Jersey, which is forcing out recidivism through education. I think I got that right.
Yes. Yeah, we're so excited to honor Tia. She's an exceptional young woman. Again, had some personal challenges, saw some needs that for people who had been incarcerated, the things that they struggled with when they came out. And she put together this program that really rebuilds people's confidence, gives them dignity through housing, and really pushes them towards completing education or training so that they could be on that path to be self-sufficient, and how that's such a key to starting your life and to building the next chapter. So she's just exceptional. She's got a great entrepreneurial spirit. Would love to see this rolled out for other communities, but she's making her mark in criminal justice reform and restorative justice, really bringing people back to to be able to thrive in the next part of their lives.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of that, we also have Pamela Johnson of Jersey City, founding the Anti-Violence Coalition of Hudson County, and also Melissa Walker of Montclair created the Jazz House Kids.
Yes, again, two exceptional women. Pam is in Jersey City. She is a native of Jersey City. She is committed to that community. Very troubled by the kind of violence that was happening there. And, just so interesting, the perspective of, some of the causation is not really what people think. There's a lack of opportunities, there's this proximity, and, wanting to help stem that. So she's very much involved in building up the community, making sure that there's interventions for young people that, may be at risk, and just an exceptional person. And Melissa Walker is truly such a gifted artist, a jazz artist who is bringing jazz education and a love of music to children now for 20 years.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is something. And of course, you also got on the list as well, too, Christian Kane of Tom's River, spearheading the RJW Barnabas Health Field of Dreams, Riley Howerton of Vinland, and also Claudia Wheeler, East Brunswick, Carol DeVore of Flemington, Zanny Lewis of Edgewater Park, Jose Germain Gomez, and Robert Martin Seta Schreibner, and Norma Bowe as well. So just amazing people on there.
Yes, you said it. They're just amazing. All different walks of life, all different, New Jersey's not a big state, but we do have a pretty significant geographic reach. So we have people from North Jersey and the middle central Jersey and South Jersey as well. We have teens, up into, adults and seniors. So it's a great group. helping people in many, many different ways, and really changing communities, and transforming our state in a very positive way.
And certainly indeed as well too. And then how can we help on this one? And also also for upcoming 2024 as well too. The how does one get nominated, and where can we go to do that as well?
Sure. Well, our website, Berrie Award. Now, Berrie is spelled Berrie. So it's Berrie Award NJ. Please go to our website, sign up on our social media. You'll find us there too. You can see all the great things that are happening. You can actually watch the videos of each of our 2023 honorees. You can hear their stories in their own voice. And then if you are on our website, if you're on our social media, you'll be prepared next January 2024, when we open the nomination campaign again. And you can nominate your special person. The criteria is they got to live in New Jersey and they got to be making a difference for people in New Jersey. So those are the only two things we ask.
And once again, what's the website?
BerrieAwardNJ.org.
BerrieAwardNJ.org. We'll certainly do that. We're here with Meredith Lee of the Russ Berrie Making a Difference here on the Mike Wagner Show. And what else can we expect from you in 2023 and beyond, Meredith?
Well, as I said, we're going to have this wonderful presentation on our website, BerrieAwardNJ.org. You will see all 11 honorees sharing a little bit about their story. We will have some really fun things, in the next few weeks about the award ceremony and people's reaction and what it meant to be honored. And we have a lot of great stuff. We tell the stories of people going all the way back to 1997. So, tune in to our social media and you will be inspired. And that is our goal, to share these wonderful people's stories.
We'll certainly check that out. And there's just a couple more things, Meredith. Who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
I guess I would probably say my parents, the way that they guided me and gave me opportunities to, learn what I was good at and, pursue things that were interesting to me.
Sounds amazing as well. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
You have to be true to yourself and what you know about yourself, your values, what's important to you. Don't try to fit into any other mold. Don't be too worried about what people are thinking about you. Just go ahead and do what you know is right for you.
And that's a very good point as well. We're with Meredith Lee of the Russ Berrie Making a Difference here on the Mike Wagner Show. Meredith, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Learned a lot. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Live have you back, especially for next year with the upcoming awards. And once again, what's the website? How do people contact you? And where can people go for more information?
They go to BerrieAwardNJ.org, or you just type in Russ Berrie Making a Difference Award and you will find us.
We will certainly do that. Once again, Meredith, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love to have you back. Wish you all the best. And now you made a great difference. You've got a great future ahead of you, Meredith.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much for having me.